Black hair care is big. It is more than a $2 billion industry. More women are going natural, wearing their natural hair, and that too has been a big following on social media.
But it certainly doesn't come easy. There's a stigma that natural hair is unprofessional.
News 4's Samantha Jones shows us where that stigma started and the movement to break it.
It's been one of the most freeing journeys for me, just kind of embracing who I am.
Lauren Brewer is a registered nurse. For years, she straightened her natural hair, but in February, she got on board with the natural hair movement.
It just really started to love me for who God created me to be.
She did what's called the big chop.
Well, I sat down in the chair and I saw the scissors and I almost started crying.
Cut off all her hair.
And I was okay until I heard the noise of the clippers,
ridding her scalp of years of damage.
I just remember looking in the mirror and seeing a woman that I had never seen before.
But that instant self-confidence boost was followed by an overwhelming feeling of doubt.
Just thinking about how people would look at you, what people would say, is this a professional look?
That's a question Black women and men have asked themselves for decades, and one Tendai Morris, a natural hairstylist in St. Louis, coaches her clients through.
I have definitely heard of professional women who have been paralyzingly afraid to go to work with their natural hair.
But where does that fear come from? To find out, we came here to Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville.
We talked to Makisha Harris-Lee. She researches stereotypes Black women face when it comes to their personal and professional lives. She says she's found a lot of women with the same feelings of doubt and fear.
If I go for this position, are they going to accept me as I am, or should I slick it back? Should I straighten it?
She says many women spent more time thinking about how they were going to wear their hair than actually preparing for the job interview. But this movement away from chemicals and heat and toward being who you are started long before the natural hair trend took off online.
A lot of the elaborate hairstyles that we see today, you saw those in Africa. You know, the weave, the extensions, the cornrows, the Bantu knots, none of this is new.
Then in the mid-1900s, the My Black is Beautiful movement came around. So while many were wearing afros to show pride in being Black,
it was viewed as a threat because that was also a part of the uniform that the Black Panther Party wore. It was looked at as being militant, being angry. And so that movement died out quickly because people were being fired.
Notably, journalist Melba Tolliver was fired covering Tricia Nixon's wedding wearing her afro in 1971. On the other hand, white actress Bo Derek wore her hair in cornrows with beads in the 1979 movie 10. That sparked an outrage in the Black community.
Here we are having people fired for wearing the same hairstyle, but you wear it and it's like, oh, she's so beautiful.
A year later, Black model, singer, and actress Grace Jones had a clapback. She started sporting a flat top.
When you see this picture, the way that she's sitting, it's like, I dare you, try this.
From that point, you started to see more Black hairstyles featured in movies and magazines.
All the magazine covers had all different types of hairstyles, and that's kind of where we are today.
Just this year, New York and California made it illegal to discriminate against hairstyles. So in many ways, this is a journey back to natural, and it's hit a point where it's freeing for all women.
It's actually allowed other women in other races to embrace their texture, because literally texture is everywhere. It's not just Black women, it's not just mixed women, it's not just Hispanic, it's literally everywhere.
Teaching future generations there's a special power in embracing who you are and not being afraid to show it.
I've learned that I'm beautiful. I've learned that I'm grateful because I'm different and God created me with different strands of hair.
And it's that confidence that powers the pride in being whoever we are.
My Black is Beautiful faded out because we were trying to prove it to others. I think natural hair movement will continue to grow because we're doing it for ourselves.
Samantha Jones, News 4.
Turns out St. Louis has a tie to the history of the Black hair industry. Annie Malone, the first African-American millionaire, made her money in the Black hair care industry that was started here in St. Louis.